As humans, uncertainty is one of the most scary and uncertain things that we can ever experience. It's very uncomfortable, which is interesting and a little bit ironic considering sports is almost entirely that. Whether training or competing, it is incredibly uncertain. And that's the exciting part. We wouldn't watch sports or want to compete in sports if everything was set in stone in advance and we could predict everything. So the uncertainty and the discomfort of the uncertainty is what makes sport even interesting or attractive to us. However, we tend to avoid or panic over everything that is uncertain. Everything that is unfamiliar feels uncomfortable and uncertain at first. But we must begin because waiting to feel ready is not an option. We will simply be waiting forever. We're only really ready to remain comfortable inside our own little world. It's familiar here, it's nice, we like it, we coddle ourselves and stay in comfort. Because the story we tell ourselves when we step out of our comfort zone and feel that sense of uncertainty is what we suffer from. We always suffer from the storyline and not from the actual feeling. For example, in sport, I have anxiety about a competition since 3 days. That means I'm scared. That means something bad is going to happen. That means I'm going to make a huge mistake. It's going to be embarrassing. My coach is going to be upset with me. My teammates are going to laugh at me. And I'm the reason why our team didn't achieve our goal for the season. Yeah, if every time you had butterflies in your stomach or a stressful thought about what could possibly happen at the competition tomorrow, and that was the story you were getting on repeat every single time, it's no wonder you're trying to avoid that feeling because the storyline is terrible. However, that hasn't happened. You just felt anxiety. So what was the original thought? Next one, I'm injured. So that means I can't compete. If I can't train or compete for long enough, I'll lose my team. Then I'll lose my contract, and then I'll lose my salary, and then I'll lose my car, I'll lose my house, I'll lose my wife, I'll lose my friends, I'll lose respect, blah, 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 blah. And the amount of loss just never ends. But that hasn't happened yet. Again, go back to the original thought. I have anxiety about this, and then it ends. The story ends there. You don't have to keep suffering. In daily life, that might be this person didn't text me back. That means they are dead. Or that means they hate me, they'll never see me again, and I was right all along that they're actually an asshole. But again, none of that is true. So when you catch yourself going down your storyline, ask yourself what is true at this moment. Very little of those things. Probably the very first part of the first sentence, I have anxiety, I am scared. Okay, we can deal with that. We can work with that. You can still compete with that. Acceptance of that first part of the sentence is critical here because the acceptance will lead you to not telling the story and therefore to less anguish through the storyline. And therefore, on the opposite hand, much more influence on the here and now and the ability to actually experience it. Training now, competing now, seeing your friends now, having fun now, sleeping now, eating now. Just deciding to take the next right step instead of the next 25,000 steps. Listening to understand and not listening to respond or defend yourself. Remembering actually what it even felt like after to perform in that competition because you weren't lost. Dealing with and acknowledging the mistake in the moment and then letting it go and not thinking about it or dwelling on it again. Befriending anxiety and greeting it right before you get on the mat or on the field by putting your hand on your heart and saying, I feel that anxiety or I feel that tension, and then getting after it anyway. It simply requires us to begin. What is the first part of the sentence? Don't tell yourself the story, and then take the next right step.